Good morning students, how are you? I hope you are studying well, preparing for your exams and practicing the chapters. Students, as I have told you many times, journal entries are the base of rest of the chapters in your book, okay? This is the basic thing which you have to learn. Still, if you didn't learn the journal entry, so you must learn it, otherwise you will be in the problem, okay? I tell you students, the journal entry which we have done, although we have completed many chapters, but the journal entry I am talking about, these were not complete in itself. Because these days we have GSTs applicable on all the items, on all the transactions which we enter in our journal entry, okay. So those were the basics, we have completed the basics, you understood the basics. Now it will be very easy for you to understand the journal entries including with the GST, right? Journal entries along with the GST. Now this will be easy for you to understand, okay. So before proceeding with the journal entries along with the GST, let's understand what is this GST. GST is your goods and services tax. Students, this is a kind of indirect tax which is levied on all kind of goods and services which are supplied by the sellers and all. And at the state and central level we have the different taxes, before applying this GST, the different taxes were charged by the central government and the state government. Now they have removed all these taxes and they have just merged in one, and that is called GST, okay. So let me tell you students, these taxes which were earlier, these used to be charged by the central government on the central level. These were the excise duty, service tax and central sales tax. Now these all taxes has been converted into GST. And if we talk about the state level, so octroi and entry tax, when you enter from one state's territory to the another one, so they used to charge the entry tax and octroi. Then purchase tax, entertainment tax, VAT, taxes on lottery and some luxurious tax, these kind of taxes they used to charge. Now they have merged all these taxes and they have kept the name GST, okay. So these were the things. Students, when what happens, the normal thing I am telling you, when we purchase something, okay, when we go to the market to purchase something, if we talk about us, the consumers, so we are purchasing the things and we pay the tax and we are consuming, okay. So what is the cost for us? मान लीजिए 500 का item था, GST charge किया 50 rupees, so 550 is the cost for me, okay. But if we talk about the businesses, so trading business, they purchase the item and then they sell it out, okay. So when they purchase the item, they have to pay the taxes. तो वो GST pay करके आते हैं, and when they sell out to the next customer, they collect the GST from them, right? They charge from them, means they are collecting from them, okay. So they just set off the amount which they have paid at the time of purchases from the amount which they have collected from the sales, and the remaining amount they deposit in the treasury of the government. This way this process takes place. We have accounting treatment of all these things, which very soon I will be teaching you after these entries, okay. Now students, when when we are paying the taxes at the time of purchase, I am talking about the business houses, when we are paying the taxes at the time of purchase, so we think this is my expenses, but no, it is not your expenses, okay. Expenses वो होता है जो आपको bear करना है, which comes on your head, आपको bear करना है, but you don't have to bear it, okay. You are just paying and later on you will be recovering from the person who comes for the purchase at your shop. आपने वहाँ से purchase किया, somebody will come and they will purchase from you, okay. Now you will be the seller. तो जो आपके customers हैं उनसे आप ये recover करेंगे, and बचा हुआ जो होगा, जो उनसे आपने extra recover किया, that you will deposit to the government's treasury. So we don't call it a expenses, right? We call it as a assets, okay. At the time when we purchase something and we have paid the GST, so you treat it as your assets, okay, at the time of purchases. and when you sell, so this will be treated as your liability. Now suppose you have sold the goods to somebody, 5000 की आपने goods बेची हैं and उस पे आपने 1000 GST collect किया है suppose, तो जो 1000 है आप ये नहीं कहेंगे कि मेरे पास 6000 रुपये एज अ इनकम आए हैं, नो, दैट 1000 इज़ योर लाइबिलिटी, ओके। जो आपने परचेज किया था वहाँ पे आपने 700 GST पे किया था, 700 you have paid here and 1000 rupees you have collected here, okay। So इस 1000 में से आप set off करेंगे 700 and this 300 you will pay to government, right? So this way this works. This is your purchases. First you do the purchases. So your GST is termed as assets for you. Suppose you have paid 700 rupees. So this is your assets because you will be recovering. Here you have sold the goods. You have sold the goods to your customer and you have recovered 1000 rupees from them. तो 1000 रुपीज़ सिर्फ आपने GST के लिए लिए हैं, ठीक है। तो ये 1000 रुपीज़ आपकी इनकम नहीं है, ये आपकी क्या है, लाइबिलिटी है। लाइबिलिटी मीन्स विच यू हैव टू पे टू समबडी, ओके। तो इस लाइबिलिटी में से आप पहले अपना जो आपने पे किया था वो माइनस कर लेंगे एंड दिस अमाउंट यू विल बी पेइंग टू द गवर्नमेंट, राइट। सो दिस वे दिस सिस्टम वर्क्स, ऑलराइट। So let me tell you one more thing, students. There are certain items on which we don't have to pay the GST. Some exceptionals are there, or you can say the exemptions are there. Well, it is amount introduced into the business by a proprietor. The first entry, cash account debit to capital. You will find we don't have any GST over there. And second is your withdrawn, amount withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use. I'm talking about the cash only, students, okay. When a proprietor withdraw cash for personal use, so no GST will be levied. And then amount deposited into bank and you are withdrawing money from the bank, that's your own money, no such things are there. So no GST will be applicable while depositing and withdrawing from the bank. Now if you are paying amount to your creditors or you are receiving from the debtors, that time also this won't be applicable. Because once it has been levied, you know, the time we have purchased the goods, I have paid the GST, and the time I have sold the goods, so I have shown the transactions of the GST in that also. So there is no need to show it again when the payment has been received, because most of the time we have the credit purchases and credit sales, okay. Then we have bad debts written off and bad debts recovered, okay. That time also we don't show, because all these things are the origin of these entries is your debtors and creditors. So once we have passed the entry, so we don't show it again at the time of receiving and making the payment, bad debts and bad debts recovered. Next is payment of the wages and salary, no GST is applicable. Payment of electricity bill and water, these are just the necessary items, so no GST is applicable. And payment of travelling expenses also we don't have GST applicable, alright students. Now we have certain terms of the GST. We have CGST, SGST, UT, GST, and we have IGST, okay. SGST and CGST, this is used for intrastate activities. I hope you know the meaning of intrastate. If you don't know, I'll tell you. And this is also used for the same. And IGST for interstate activities, okay. Students, intrastate activities, इंटर हाउस कंपटीशन आपने सुना होगा ना स्कूल में, इंटर हाउस, वी हैव 4 हाउसेज, इंटर हाउस मीन्स एक हाउस का दूसरे हाउस से है, राइट। इंटरनेशनल, इंटरनेशनल मीन्स 2 नेशंस के बीच में। सो दिस इज इंटर स्टेट, एक स्टेट से दूसरे स्टेट के बीच में व्हेन द बिजनेस टेक्स प्लेस, सो दिस इज इंटर स्टेट। एंड इंट्रा स्टेट मीन्स विद इन द स्टेट, मीन्स you are selling something in the Rajasthan only, seller and purchaser they belong to same state, then the transaction is called intrastate. But when the purchaser is of one state and seller is of another state, then this condition is termed as interstate. All right. Within the state, another simple meaning, within the state this is intrastate, and outside of the state that is interstate, intra and inter. All right students? Okay. Now SGST stands for State Goods and Services Tax. CGST is Central Goods and Services Tax. UTGST, Union Territory Goods and Services Tax. And IGST is your, this is Integrated Goods and Services Tax. All right. This is state, S stands for state, central, this is Union Territory, and this is Integrated Goods and Services Tax, right? Okay. These were the basics of that. Now another basic thing I'm telling you, we will use some another terms, that is input and another one is output, right students? So you can pause the video and you can note it down these things at one paper, so you will understand better. You can understand it and then proceed. So input we always use for purchases, all right, and output we use for sales. Okay, there is a logic also. Purchases, when you purchase the goods, so they are coming inside the business, so we have given the word input, right? And output, when the goods are going, and when you are selling, so the goods are going. I hope it's clear to you students. SGST, CGST, UTGST, this is used when the transactions are done within the state, means intrastate, and when this is done on the outside of the state, two states are involved, so we call these transactions as interstate and we call it Integrated Goods and Services Tax. Okay? Input we use for purchases and output we use for sales. Now I take one transaction, so all the doubts will be clear. So I'm taking one of the thing, when you purchase the goods, on cash basis, okay, I'm not taking the amount, simple transactions we are taking, amounts are very simple, you can fill. So purchase account debit. Students, let's pass the normal entry first, so there won't be any complications. Purchase goods on cash basis, the entry is purchase account debit to cash account, and if I say it is on credit basis, so purchase account debit to creditors. Creditors means Ram, Shyam, Mohan, so on, anybody who has purchased the goods on the credit basis we write. Okay. Now I have told you students, okay, we don't have a transaction, but I'm telling you this is within the state. This purchase has been done within the state. ये state के अंदर ही की जाती है, ठीक है? तो entry purchase से related क्या बताया था? Input. And when it is within the state, so two things we have to use, you know, when this is intrastate, so the whole tax will be divided in two parts. आपको question में दे रखा होगा 18% tax, तो 18% का half क्या हुआ? 9%, तो 9% जाता है state government को और remaining 9% goes to the central government. Okay, so we write input CGST account debit and again input SGST account debit. Okay students, so this is your intra-state transaction, means within the state. और अगर union territory है तो UTGST account, I mean input, don't forget to write the input, right? This way we write. Fine. Amount you can fill, suppose it is 1000 rupees. I have taken the simplest transaction and I am removing this one because at a time we can deal with one thing only. 18% tax is applicable. Okay? In total 18% tax rate is given on that particular item which you have purchased. So half of this 18 is what? 9%. So 9% will be CGST, goes to the central government, and remaining 9% goes to the state government as SGST. Okay. So 1000 पे 9% कितना हो जाएगा आपका? Yes students, this is it's 90 rupees, right, and another 90 rupees here. Okay. So this is your tax. Fine. Now how much cash you will be giving? आप परचेज करते हैं, 1000 रुपीज़ का आइटम आपने परचेज किया, ठीक है, एंड उस पर आपने टैक्स दिया 18% टोटल आपने टैक्स दिया 90 दो इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में, दो जगह में. तो हाउ मच टोटल यू हैव टू पे? यू हैव टू पे 1180 rupees. Understood? So this way we do the transaction of purchase. Till now we have learned the simple one, purchase account debit to cash 1000 rupees only. But as we are purchasing, so purchase के time आप इसको, although we don't call it an expenses, ठीक है, expenses नहीं call करते, हम इसे assets बोलते हैं, और assets भी आपकी debit होते हैं. So we have debited it, right? तो ये आपके debits हो गए हैं and ये आपने payment कर दिया, fine. If it is on the credit basis, then also we have to charge this much amount from your creditors. Okay. Now if I say, suppose in this entry only, this is not intrastate, this is interstate, then what to do? Very simple. Now we don't have the two parts of the state and central, okay, we have the one only, and purchases पे आपका input ही लगेगा, चाहे वो inter हो या intra हो. This is your input IGST account debit. 18% से है तो आपका इकट्ठा ही 180 एक जगह लग जाएगा, and the amount comes 1180. Is that clear students? Isn't it very simple? Only few points you have to keep in your mind. This will be the normal entry, first pass the normal entry, then merge the condition of GST. ठीक है, परचेजेस हैं तो आपको इनपुट फीड करना है, ये ध्यान रखना है, फर्स्ट पॉइंट. सेकंड पॉइंट आपको ध्यान रखना है कि स्टेट का क्या मैटर है. इज़ दैट इंटर स्टेट और इज़ दैट इंट्रा स्टेट? इंट्रा स्टेट यानी कि विद इन द स्टेट हमें दो इंस्टॉलमेंट्स में देना होगा, एज वी हैव डन प्रीवियसली. ओके, CGST एंड SGST. एंड इफ इट इज़ इंटर स्टेट, दो स्टेट्स इन्वॉल्व हैं, तो आपको एक में करना है इनपुट IGST. फाइन. नाउ वी विल सी द एंट्री ऑफ सेल्स. When you are selling the goods, let's have a normal entry of the sales students. The normal entry, I have sold goods on cash basis. Okay, so the entry is cash, bank. If it is on credit basis, then we write debtors account debit, right, to sales. ये हमारी नॉर्मल एंट्री, कैश अकाउंट डेबिट टू सेल्स, या बैंक अकाउंट डेबिट टू सेल्स, या फिर डेटर्स राम श्याम मोहन अकाउंट डेबिट टू सेल्स. ओके, एंड द अमाउंट ऑफ सेल वॉज अगेन 1000 rupees we can take. All right, so 1000 rupees sales. Now first point which you have to keep in your mind, which I have already told you, sales है तो इनपुट होता है या आउटपुट होता है सेल्स के लिए? I have told this is output, right? The first point, परचेजेस के लिए हम इनपुट यूज़ करते हैं, सेल्स के लिए आउटपुट. इनपुट्स डेबिट होते हैं. एंड सेकेंड थिंग टू रिमेंबर कि जिस तरफ आपका परचेज होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में आप इनपुट लिखेंगे, जिस डायरेक्शन में सेल होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में आप आउटपुट लिखेंगे. ओके, सो दिस इज आउटपुट. Another point you have to keep in your mind is that interstate or intrastate. Suppose this is intrastate, एक स्टेट के अंदर ही है, तो हमें दो पार्ट्स में बांट देना है. ओके, CGST and SGST. So this is your output CGST account, and here this is output SGST account. Okay, and the same thing they have given 18%, or they may give 12% also. Let's take it 12%, this will be different. Okay, 1000 rupees पे 12% लगाना है, but in two installments, because half of the taxes goes to the central and half of the taxes goes to the state government. Okay, so 6% each we have to charge, and that is your 60 rupees here and 60 rupees here. Okay. Now students, just think and let me know, when you are selling goods to somebody, आपने कहा कि भाई 1000 का तो ये आइटम है एंड इस पे 120 आपको टैक्स देना है, तो आपके पास कितना कैश आएगा? सिर्फ 1000 रुपीज़ ही नहीं आएगा, आप ये टैक्स का अमाउंट भी कलेक्ट करते हैं. ओके, सो यू गेट द होल अमाउंट 1120 rupees you receive. Fine students? Okay. Now, if I change the situation, this was intrastate, if I say this is interstate, okay, I take it as interstate. So for interstate we take only one input, this is input. दो होते हैं ना उसमें, इंट्रा में, यहाँ पे एक होगा, क्या नाम होगा? इनपुट IGST, right? And instead of two taxes I have to take the single one. 12% है तो 120. All right, so this is your interstate transaction. So these were the entries regarding your purchases and sales. I tell you students how to set off. Although we have so many transactions and so many things are there to learn, but you'll be having the curiosity how to pay that, so that's very simple. But I have to do a little changes in the text. Okay, I have to increase the amount of sales here. Suppose I take, this is your 10,000, ठीक है, इसको 10,000 ले लेते हैं, and sorry, this is sales is your 10,000 and 12% tax आपने लिया है. Okay, so this is your 1200, 600, complete 1200 you are taking, and here you have 11,200, right? This way we take. We have the methods, we have a proper system ki how can you set off this. This is how to set off the CGST, SGST and IGST. We have a proper things for that. But simply here I am telling you, sorry students, I have written input by mistake. Okay, this is your output. I didn't care. So don't be careless like this, right? So input we always write for the purchases, but for sales we have to write output. So this was my mistake, you should not commit like this, okay? So you can see that here we have the excess amount. Output IGST में हमारा कितना है? 1200 है, and input IGST में मेरा कितना है? Only 180. So this is not relevant to each other, although because the different things are there, the different tax rates. But simply one example I am taking कि जो भी आपके output होंगे, you will have the proper question. Okay, so output credit हुआ है, तो हमें output IGST account debit, ये हमें debit कर देना है. It's 1200, right? And I will set off my two input IGST मैंने set off किया, कितना? 180 मैंने इसमें से set off कर लिया. So 1200 was your output and 180 was your input. Okay, so you have how much amount remaining? You have 1020 rupees remaining with you, 1020 rupees, and this you will be paying to your government, in the government treasury or in the government's bank, to cash या to bank के through आपने ये payment कर दिया है. Okay, so this way this system works of the GST, right? Now you have to learn the different entries, how do they do. In fact, this is only the method of dealing with. Now I can see a transaction regarding purchase returns and sales return. So let me take this transaction first. Suppose I do it and this is on the credit basis. Purchase account debit, and let's remove the amount also. Purchase account debit and input CGST account debit, input SGST account debit to creditors account. All right. Now, due to some reason, so many reasons can be there, the goods were not up to the mark. So these creditors, they have returned some goods. And students, normally the entries which we have passed for the return, let's pass those entries first. That's very easy. यहाँ राम श्याम कोई भी हो सकता है. When the purchase returns are there, purchase means हम purchase करके लाए हैं, ठीक है. Now we are giving the goods back, हम वापस कर रहे हैं. So your creditors will be debited, creditors account debit, okay, to what is going? Your purchases, goods are going. So we mention to purchase return account. All right, students, we'll write like this. So this is your normal entry which we do. Now see, when you have purchased the goods and you were charged by this GST, आपसे GST चार्ज किया था उन्होंने, जब आप गुड्स वापस करोगे तो ये GST का अमाउंट भी क्या है, टैक्स का अमाउंट भी क्या हो जाएगा, रिवर्स हो जाएगा. जब आपने हाफ ऑफ द गुड्स यू हैव रिटर्न टू दैम, सो हाफ ऑफ द GST विल ऑल्सो बी कैंसिल्ड ओवर देयर. ओके, सो टू परचेज रिटर्न. नाउ अब ऐसा नहीं है कि आप ऑपोजिट की तरफ लिखेंगे. हमने बताया था कि डेबिट में आपका इनपुट आता है एंड क्रेडिट में आउटपुट आता है. नो, परचेज के साथ आपका इनपुट अटैच होता है, सेल्स के साथ आउटपुट अटैच होता है, ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे हमने परचेज रिटर्न लिखा है एंड इट्स नेम इज इनपुट ओनली, राइट. तो आई विल राइट इनपुट CGST account or this is my input SGST account. Okay, if we would have IGST, input IGST, तो यहाँ हम input IGST लिखते हैं. Okay, so this way the return transactions takes place. And in the same way, if we do the entry of debtors के लिए करते हैं तो आपका लाइक सेल्स के टाइम जो है आपका सेल्स के लिए यहाँ पे आउटपुट था तो वो आपका ऑपोजिट हो जाएगा. यू नो इट वेरी वेल हाउ टू डू द ट्रांजेक्शंस ऑफ सेल्स एंड परचेज. ओके, नाउ इफ यू परचेज द फिक्स assets, students, let's talk about the fixed assets. I have told you the exemptions where we don't charge GST. Otherwise, on rest of the things we charge GST. When normally you are purchasing the assets, any of the fixed assets, okay. So this is your normal entry, fixed assets account debit to cash. It can be bank or these can be your creditors. I mean any name can be there. Maybe you have purchased it on credit basis, okay. So assets account debit to cash, this we have done. Now again you have purchased something and whenever you are purchasing, here it's not that कि आपने goods खरीदी हैं तो उसी पर ही आपका GST लगता है, ठीक है. Remember this point. Generally purchases आपको बताया है कि purchase हैं, goods purchase किए हैं तो आपका GST लगेगा. Okay, goods के लिए लगेगा, but we have so many items where I mean almost all the items are covered by the GST where we are charging and we are paying. Okay, so when you are purchasing the fixed assets, again you have to pay the GST. You can think आप जब आप कार परचेज करके लाते हैं, कोई व्हीकल परचेज करते हैं तो आपको GST देना है तो उसके सभी चीज़ों के लिए एक ही मेथड है. आप पेमेंट कर रहे हैं कुछ परचेज के टाइम, ठीक है, तो ये आपका आ जाएगा इनपुट. Another thing where you have purchased is that your intra purchase or inter purchase. Okay, if it is your intra purchase, then input CGST account debit or input SGST account debit, right? And if it is interstate, then you write input IGST account. Right, students? So that way we do the transactions at the time of purchases of the fixed assets. And in the same way we do the entries for the expenses also. Suppose instead of fixed assets I put some expenses, I'm paying some expenses, so expenses account debit and the taxes will be charged on that. All right. And in the same way some incomes can be there. suppose commission received. Commission received. My normal entry of commission received is bank account debit to commission received, right? Suppose 500, whatever the amount is, okay? So that's your entry, bank account debit to commission. Now we have to deal with the GST also. Here you are receiving, right? It is not your paid, it's not commission paid. जब आप कोई expenses करते हैं तो आपका input है, okay? जब आपको कुछ receive हो रहा है तो another party will be giving it to you, so you are receiving. So this is your output CGST, or this is output SGST, all right? And if it is interstate commission, then you write to output IGST, right? Output IGST. You deal like this. All right, students, so that's the same dealing with everything. In the debit side you write input and in credit side you write output at the time of sale and purchase. Return के time आप वही चीज़ repeat करते हैं. Input है तो यहाँ input लिखेंगे. Next is your drawings. Well, if you are, I have told you, when you are drawing something for the personal use, only money from the business, then you don't have to pay the GST. But if you are withdrawing goods from the business, then you have to pay GST, and there we do the transaction when you draw something, so that's your drawings account debit. We know that when you are drawing the goods आप draw करेंगे या cash draw करेंगे तो आपका drawing account debit होगा, ठीक है? To what do we credit? We credit the purchase account, right, students? So here you have credit the purchases. So we call it a reverse entry also. I think I will take the next class for this, because here we are not selling the goods. Understood that? We are consuming. As the normal entry, you know that drawings account debit to purchases means you are consuming your purchases. आप क्या करते हैं, आपके purchases कम हो जाते हैं, जैसे कि return के time आपने deal किया था, right? Goods, I mean purchase return and sales return. तो purchase return में आपने input दिखाया था, okay, ना कि output. So here also you will be doing the same thing. To input CGST and input SGST, right, students? So you deal like this with the drawings if you have withdrawn the goods from the business. All right, so I think it's sufficient for today's class, and in next class we will be taking certain other entries, and then we will proceed with the illustrations and examples. So keep practicing by that time. Thank you.